Bobinov of Uzbekistan is one of the most exciting prospects in the under 90 kilos category. In Dusseldorf 2020, he had an amazing day, beating not only some of the top judoka in the category, but it was the manner in which he beat them. He has a variety of techniques that range from great tachiwaza, great throwing, from forward and backward sacrifices, and also his transition into newaza, magnificent. He had a great day, and against Nabali in the final, Nabali was a surprise finalist. He was amazing. Have a look at this and tell me what you think about his tactics. One of the talents in the under 90 kilos category, Devlet Bobonov of Uzbekistan against Ikramov of Tajikistan in this. Well, we've got 3 matches for you to look at. And this is Dusseldorf 2020. And for me, Bobonov is definitely one of the up-and-coming stars of the category. Look out for him at the next Olympic Games. Here he is in white. And Ikramov, equally awkward, but, well, he has such a range of techniques here, Bobonov, and we'll see what his tactics are here. He likes the arm around the back, either underneath the armpit or over the back of the arm. And he also likes to catch the sleeve. So he can throw traditional. There's the grip there that he loves. And he'll be looking for this all the time. Like I say, he can go underneath or over the top. But he also needs the sleeve as well. But he can pick up from unusual grips. Now, I like his variation. And looking for the big hips across there, easily stopped there by Ikramov. And Bobonov just cool, calm and collected. Like I say, we have 3 matches to look at him, and tried very low Seotoshi there to the front. And all the time just looking for that opportunity for attack. I think because of the wrestling styles, Tajikistan and of course Uzbekistan, they don't look for the normal grips. They can throw off different grips. And as soon as Bobonov, and we can see here, as soon as he has this and this, both of the sleeve and the back, and it doesn't necessarily mean the lapel. He can go off the lapel as well, but that's when he attacks. There it is. Big hips across there, huge hips. Almost too much with the hips, but often what happens is he makes an adjustment and then throws. There's a Judo there for the Tajik fighter, and that means now that Bobonov in the good position. And again, arm round the back here. Just loses the sleeve, so he has to search for the sleeve again. And remember that his opponent hasn't attacked yet. So now he has the sleeve. There's the hips across again, almost scoring. And again, getting closer and closer to that big technique. But what he can do, what I like about him, is that he has variation. So he can change over to the other flank as well. So changing there to a left-handed grip almost. And he's almost scooping. And let's just slow this down. Look how he scoops over the top there to try and capture that hand or that sleeve. And he's trying to scoop it forwards. And, of course, his opponent feels the danger. Now he has it. There's the arm again, right the way over the top. He has this one underneath here. And, of course, Ikramov, knowing that he has to attack, he's got to do something. But there's the hips going across again. So close, and getting closer and closer to scoring. So now Ikramov has to do something because certainly Bobonov way ahead on attacks here, but no score on the board yet, still anybody's match. There's the arm around the back again, he has the other grip. So he has this one round the back here, and of course, as I said before, there's a nice little sasai there, just to go to the other flank. Now have a look at the ouchi here from his opponent. He has a nice ouchi gari. There's the ouchi. Let's just play it back, all right, how he comes in here. So he's got the grip that he wants now. Ikramov has a suitable grip, and he feels safe enough to have a little go at the ouchi. So he comes in for the ouchi here, and look at the pickup here. It was the first time, actually, that he'd really committed to a full attack. And this is the reason that he didn't want to go in, because he obviously felt the danger. So he has his grip, and decides, Ikramov, to go in for the ouchi gari. Let's just play this through slow motion. There's the ouchi there. Let's have a look at this leg here, how this one readjusts, which is always a good thing. And it's the other leg here which is going to come all the way around to make the adjustment. Now, have a look how he sinks his hips down, and his hips push upwards and forwards. And there's the leg. Look at the leg here, right the way up. And have a look at his head, because his head here is going to, in a second, look as to where he wants to offload his opponent. And he just offloads him cleanly onto his back there for a massive ippon. And let's just have another look here and see if we can speed it up. Great hip movement and a great finish there. Bobonov is through to the next round. Ikramov kept him out for some time, did very, very well, and so had to succumb. In the end, he had to attack, otherwise it was going to be a second Judo. Just felt that it was the right moment. Great change of direction. Super stuff from Bobonov. Iliadis, happy with that. Doing a great job at the moment with the Uzbek team. Here he is against Gaviniashvili. Now, Gaviniashvili, one of the greatest in the weight category, representing Georgia, did his stint at 100 kilos for the last Olympic Games, and that was too much for him. He came back down to minus 90, and here he is against Bobinov. Now, you would have put him as the favourite here. He's in white, Gaviniashvili. You would have put him as favourite, but Bobinov is on good form and very, very confident. This is quite interesting because Bobonov straight away there just dives through to capture the sleeve and the lapel. Arm over the back. Gaviniashvili's the one that normally does this, so typical of the Georgians. Takes him to ground. Now look at the catch, and then directly in there for the shimiwaza. Gaviniashvili, well, he resists against it here, but in the end, he has to submit. Well, it's all over. And Gaviniashvili there, as you can see, couldn't escape. So great transition. Let's have a look at the whole transition here from this movement here. And there's the catch. And by catch, I mean that what happens is he has to catch the neck for the shimiwaza. Just creates that little bit of an opening here by pulling on the belt, which is good newaza. Once he has the catch here, then the leg goes over. Remember, he can't touch the leg. So as he goes over here, he starts to apply the shimiwaza. The shimiwaza goes on, but Gaviniashvili decides that he is going to resist this, but just takes it that little bit too far, and in the end, it's all over. The referee, of course, great sight here, and he can see exactly what's happening there and manages to stop it. Gviniashvili, well, you don't very often see him in this position here. Quickly there, he recovers very, very quickly, and Gviniashvili succumbs to a great bit of transition there. And again, Ilias Iliadis, very happy with this fighter. Knows the Georgian way of fighting, of course, knew exactly what to do. But Bobonov showing such variation of technique, and he has just so many different techniques that he does from different angles. Bobonov then against Nabali. Nabali of the Ukraine was a surprise finalist, but he had a really good form all day, as had Bobinov, of course. Bobinov looking superb. Bobonov coming out again in white this time. And Nabali, this is a good result for him no matter what happens. But Nabali is dangerous as well, and he's been throwing people all day. So let's have a look at what happens here. They'll both be looking for Ippon, and that's the positive thing about the tactics for both fighters. But as you can see there, and let's just play it back, Bobinov goes for the sleeve, catches the sleeve, and it's this arm here that goes over the back that has been causing his opponents all sorts of problems. Look at the arm going over there. The arm lands here, and of course Nabali feels the danger and goes directly down to ground. So he goes down to ground to prevent the throw, and he also protects the neck. He's just seen what happened to Gviniashvili. Arm round the back here for both fighters. So both fighters' arms round the back. Nabali feels that he should attack. So sacrifice technique there onto his back. So slightly different here, because we can see here that Bobonov has the other sleeve. Now he does something a little quite interesting here. Does a change of grips. Now this one comes around the back. He's been looking for this all the time, but he has the other sleeve still. So this sleeve here is being controlled with his right hand. Then he changes it, because he goes onto this sleeve, and then this one here loops over the back to dominate the back. And this is what's been causing his opponent's trouble. Nabali snaps off, but now, and this is interesting, he goes onto the sleeve with his left hand, and from here, the right arm over the back again. Okay, so he pulls Nabali in order to get that arm over the back, and that's the danger. Now he catches the sleeve, and watch this. Nabali is in a precarious position here and gets countered with Uchimata Sakeshi. And it's all because of the grip. So this grip is the one that he's been fighting for. He has the arm round the back, Bobonov. Nabali has got his leg in here, and this leg that's in just kind of feeds the way for the Uchimata. He feels it's safe because he's got his arm here, he has his arm here over the back of Bobonov. So he decides that he's going to have a little go at the Uchimata here. He goes in for the Uchimata, but look at the hip movement here. The actual hip movement of Bobonov brings his right leg right the way into his left leg here, and the Uchimata of Nabali is going to miss. This leg here is on the outside, which means that he's not going to get much lift anyway. But, and this is the key point, this arm here is driving down, and the sleeve grip here is really pulling in from Bobonov, and he just rotates Nabali cleanly onto his back for the wazari. Good rolling wazari. It was a really good wazari, wasn't it? But it was wazari, I agree with that. And so Bobonov ahead in this final. But he felt the danger there, Nibali, for sure. Decided to have a pop at the Uchimata, but gets countered. Now watch this, because we'll watch it fast first. Nibali feels, well, I've got to come forwards, but he gets caught for a second wazari here. And we'll just play it back just to have a little look, see what happens. It's straight after the hajime, and he just decides that he's got to go forwards. Nibali comes forwards. Arm goes over, and look at the parry here by Bobinov. Bobinov just parries the arm. Captures the sleeve down here at the same time. So he parries with one arm, and just sends that arm over the back. As soon as the arm goes over the back onto the back patch here, then Nibali is in trouble, because this arm is also caught. This was the tactic from Bobonov all the way through the day. Now what happens is the big hips are going to go across, and we've seen him send those hips right the way across. Look at that massive hip movement there. And he just drives Nibali onto his back there, and he gets the second wazari. We'll just play it back here so we can have a look at it in quick action yet again. Wazari Wazetti upon. Bobonov scores 2 wazaris in the final here in Dusseldorf, and he really showed for me that he is a threat for the Olympic Games in 2021. It was a great performance. He showed variety of technique, and that's what counts. Variety of technique and the will to go for Ippon. With everything he does, it's going towards Ippon. Watch out for Bobonov, because he's the one to watch. Coming soon, the latest addition to my ultimate study series, Uchimata, available on anyeffectivefighting.com.